Hey y'all, the Southern Survivor here. It's been a while since I got to film a video, due to the fact mainly that we've had a really busy year this year. My dad just had a kidney transplant done back a few months ago and had a lot of complications, and he almost died. But much prayer went up for him, and the Lord saw fit to bring him through, and we're thankful for that. And then again, just last week his appendix ruptured, and we had to go back for surgery with that, and maybe and hopefully tomorrow he'll get to come home and get back on the road to recovery. And that's just to name a few things we've had going on. I've had several requests to make videos on shelter, what materials I would use by people in the same state that I'm in here in Mississippi, and also neighboring states, what kind of material that I would use or what type of shelter would I build. I'm going to do that. I apologize. You know who you are. Sisk, you know who you are. And also others about the primitive trapping, survival trapping, things like that. But in this video today, I want to show you two wonderful products. And I do say wonderful because they are. I've met a good friend, a new friend on the internet named Brian Church. He sells products on eBay and his website. And I'm going to give you that information here after a while, at the end of the video. I want to show you two leather pouches today. These pouches are really well made, and I think Brian is a fantastic guy. I've got to talk to him on several occasions. We've got several other ideas I'll mention again at the end of the video that we're coming up with to make, so hopefully before long that'll happen. So enough of the chit-chat. Let me go ahead and show you those two pouches. Okay, here's the two pouches that I was talking about. Now, first of all, I want to mention the construction. I don't know the grain of this leather, or the thickness or whatever. I think they weigh it in grains, or ounces. I think it's ounces. But I can tell you this stuff is made thick. It's not a soft leather, it's a firm leather, and it's very durable. I think this type leather and this type pouch, the way it's built, would outlast not only us, but our grandkids and maybe even great-grandkids. Really strong stitching work done. It's not only rugged, made or rugged built, but it's also, hey, it's beautiful. It looks really good. We see it has a lot of snaps. I want to show you something I like about this. I had a knife sheath that was made like this. You see these snaps? These are to snap the top onto the pouch, but these other snaps here, excuse me, have a really, Brian had a really good idea with these snaps here. Now what you would do is, if you wanted to wear this on your belt, which I would recommend, I'll explain later. If you're going to wear these on your belt, you wouldn't have to take your belt off, pull it out of your belt loops, put this on, and then take and put, your belt, run your belt back to the belt loops. You could just unsnap these like this. Run these straps over your belt loop, bring it back up around the belt loop, snap it, and it would be on. If you want to take it off, same thing, just, unsnap it and pull it off, and there you'd go, and it'd save a lot of time. And I mentioned belt loops. You could attach these to your backpack or whatever type bag you're carrying, but think about this. Let's just say something happened in the woods. You took your backpack off, went to use the bathroom, and an animal chased you off and maybe took your pack, and I don't know. Something happened where you were separated from your equipment that you had in your backpack. And all you had was the bare essentials that you'd carry on your person. Now, most of the time when we go out in the woods, we carry a knife on our belt, right? Well, if we lost our backpack and all the contents, boat turned over in a river, boom, we wouldn't have anything. But if these were fast, connected to us, they were on our belt, on our person, hey, we would have what we need. My puppy's trying to get up here. So anyway, that's a great idea for Brian to have these, and I would highly recommend that we'd wear them on our belt. Now, I have two of them, and I'm going to explain why I have two of them. I know they look different. Women like to match. I don't think, guys, we really care if it matches that much or not. Some of us do, some of us don't. But anyway, I have two of them. We're all about having the mini survival kit, or let's call it the mini survival 10, right? Okay, well, I've got a mini survival 10 in this one. Now, I want to show you this piece of webbing. This, I would call it a webbing strip. It's hooked onto the back here. Let me show you this. It's hooked onto the back, and it runs down through the back side, under and back up. And look what happens. Whenever you pull this webbing, it brings your survival tent up. Instead of having to stick your finger in, try to work and dig it out and wasting all that time and effort, you can just pull on that piece of webbing strip there, and there is your survival tent. Of course, you'd have things like maybe Band-Aids. Maybe if you only had one, you'd have some type of fire-making device, fishing kit, snare wire, whatever you can imagine to have in your survival tin there, the mini survival tin. That's a great idea there. If you lost everything, you'd at least have that. Now I have two. I have the mini survival tin here. That would be more like food and bandages and things like that. But then I like what Brian did here. I kind of like this idea a little better. Well, here's you can store your iodine, however you say it, pills to, filter, purify your water, your drinking water. But in this pouch, Brian used paracord. As he used the little webbing, the webbing strip there, he used paracord. Of course, paracord has a lot of uses. And what we would do is we'd just take and pull on the paracord. It does the same exact thing. It's hooked to the back there, and you could unhook it. All you'd have to do, basically, is untie this knot, and you could pull it through the back. We just pull our paracord, and there is my fire kit, just like that. I got this little fire kit idea from Dave Canterbury, also an Altoid size 10. I'll just open that up. It's a great idea. Of course, I have a big lighter. I have a traditional flint and steel and a ferrocerium rod. I have tinder, a char cloth, and different things like that in there. And a Ranger band or a piece of inner tube band holds it all together. Now, like I said, you realize, it's not really big. You don't have a lot of contents, but I have the necessities to survive. I have food and I have fire. I could build a shelter out of things of nature. That's why we need to learn more. We're constantly learning from people like Dave Canterbury, people on YouTube that always try to teach us different things. But if you lost everything and all you had was the necessities, the basic necessities, in a pouch, maybe 2 pouches, hey, at least you wouldn't be out there, empty-handed. You would have something to start, maybe to survive with. And I really like Brian's idea, and like I said, I really like the idea with these snaps to where, you could, no snaps, these snaps where you could easy on, easy off on your belt, and it wouldn't cause you any trouble. And also the webbing to dig it. Hey, I think this is a really well constructed piece of equipment here to add to our the contents, all of our things that we have, our toy box, I guess you want to say, our survival toy box. But I really like these pouches. I think they're really well made, and I think Brian has done a really good job. These pouches will certainly meet the Southern Survivor's seal of approval. Maybe you have your own idea of some type of leather works. I guarantee you, if you'll contact Brian Church, he'll be glad to take any advice, anything that you have, and to try to work to your expectations. He seems eager to please to me. Every time I contact Brian, he always responds very quickly. So I'm sure he does his customers the exact same way. And I guarantee you won't be disappointed in Brian's work. We have a Southern Survivor survival wallet coming up before too long that we're going to have a review on. We're working on that, and hopefully before too long we'll have that review. And I think it's a wonderful idea. It was Brian's idea. He just sent it to me for us to kind of look at and work with and carry it around and get some more ideas. But I'm looking forward to that and having the final product before too long. Well, that's all the time I have for this video. I want to say thank you for all your subscriptions, for all your comments and messages. I thank you so much. And like I said, I guess that's all we have to say for this video today. See y'all later.